Hello, I am Bentham, and welcome to FTL. It's been a while, but recently FTL's been on my mind. There's been a couple of games that have been compared to it recently. People have randomly started talking about it again. It's one of those things. It's like where suddenly you hear about a thing and then it's just everywhere in one form or another. Except I've known what FTL has been the whole time, but recently it's just been sort of re-emerging in my world, I guess, and I suddenly realized that it's been just over a year, it's like, I think a year and a week since I last played this game, and that's absolutely unacceptable, because FTL is one of those games that you just, like, that you always have installed, that you always come back to at some time or another. You can always hop in and play another run. I think it's a game that, it's been out 5 years. I think I'll be playing it for a good, like, many more than 5 years beyond today, and so I think let's have a little playthrough of it. Might as well. Need another game for my channel. Nothing else has been particularly grabbing my attention at the moment. So, you know what? FTL's an awesome game. Let's get back to it. So, we'll start a new game. All usual stuff. I've already had a bit of a think and decided what I want my my ship to be. So, we'll go to the list. To my shame, I don't have everything actually unlocked yet. I mean, I played a fair bit, but I think I just, like, would keep just going back to the Kestrel again. And so, I've done everything there is to do with the Kestrel, and there's still other areas that I'm not so great in. So, I don't even have... I was surprised to discover this when I booted the game up, but I apparently don't have the rock cruiser. I'm wondering it... I think at some point maybe I lost my save. I think that's what it is. Because I could have sworn that I'd at least seen the rock cruiser before, but apparently I don't even have it. So yeah, then you can see there's a couple of areas that, like, there's a lot of achievements I haven't done. When it comes to the Type Bs, half of them. Also, never got the crystal ship. The quests have never quite lined up for me. Maybe we'll get it this time, you never know. Comes to Type Cs, just the Kestrel, of course, but nothing else. We shall have to work on that. But yeah, that is the, well, the plan of action is to do a bit of unlocking, so we're going to start by flying the slug cruiser, so we can unlock the rock, and then I can at least have the first page, not counting the crystal ship, completely done. Never completed the game with the slug cruiser, as demonstrated by the fact that it's not automatically unlocked that. I have done a run with it. I went and looked at my my records, and I'd made it to Sector 8 and died, apparently. No idea what the run was like, but that is a bit embarrassing. We shall have to see if we can do a little bit better than that this time. And also, in the process, I would like to try and unlock the Type B, because we don't have that yet. A couple of achievements. Well, we have an option of one of two. We've already completed this one, jumped to 3 nebula locations before we get to Sector 8. I mean, nebulas are perfect for slugs. It's their ideal environment, so... good place to be. Messes with your power, of course, but acceptable. So yes, we've got... basically, I have to jump onto the enemy ship with probably 3 slug crew members or more, and then be able to get view of every room of their ship. Or I could try killing 3 people at once with the anti-bio beam. I think both of those are sort of equally likely. I'm going to try and just go towards both. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with. The slug cruiser, the man of war. I can't be bothered renaming it. It doesn't matter. The name is irrelevant. It's just what appears on the leaderboard at the end if you make it onto it. Maybe I'll name the crew members after subscribers or something, but at the moment I can't be bothered. I just want to play FTL. I don't want to faff about with names and stuff. It's boring. So let's get straight into it. We got all the... well, I guess I'll introduce all the various components we got. So we got a good old dual laser. Fires 2 shots every 10 seconds. We got a breach bomb. So this is for teleporting into rooms, causing hull breaches and also injuring the crew. Does 30 crew damage, and the anti-bio beam, which does 60 crew damage and not much else. So basically the strategy here is to well, take the shields down and then kill all the crew inside, and that's a pretty good strategy really, because it means you get a whole bunch of material from the ships when you kill them. I think you do get a lot more when the ship is still intact at the end of the battle, but you've still won. So when you're the slugs or the mantis, it's a lot more lucrative, I think. You get a lot more in the way of upgrades and stuff. There was a mantis cruiser that we flew last time as well. When I played a year ago, it was on stream with a mantis cruiser. I was about to say what happened, but I guess I should say no spoilers, and then you can go watch the thing. And I guess I'll link the series at the end of the video or whatever, in case this is not enough FTL for you. It's not a high enough rate. So yeah, I think this is all good. Oh, of course, slug repair gel means that we'll automatically repair hull breaches. I mean, there's better things to have, but it's nice. It helps with any, like, oxygen crises you may have, but it's like, I There's better things you could have, and I don't get how it really fits with slugs, apart from that it's goo. So, yeah, whatever, we'll see if we can get some better systems than that in the future. For now, gonna go with easy. Reason being that I haven't played in a year, and I would like to not immediately be killed. Though really, I think it's a pretty easy thing to pick up. Once you've got it, you've got it. But you can forget certain things, and I'd be surprised if you've left it for too long. Next run we'll do normal, if we win this one. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We may only do one run and then go back to other things, but that's what we're going to go with. For the moment, Advanced Edition, of course, why would you not? It's got so much more cool stuff, cool weapons and cool enemies and so on. So here we are. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You need supplies for the day, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. We'll get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: sensors. If the ship goes dark, don't panic. Just fix the sensor subsystem. Oh yes, this sensor subsystem. We are slugs. We need no sensors, and there's a lot of S's in these sentences I'm saying right now. It's getting a little bit... Let's stop. Let's stop with that. The microphone doesn't usually pick up S's particularly well. Alright, so we've got Justin, the pilot, and Luan T, the engineer. We will save those positions. Good ones to be in. Maybe I'd want to move to the weapons, actually. I say engines are generally a lower priority than weapons or shields. We'll put him in weapons. I always like to have somebody on weapons. He's not even doing any typing. Oh, of course, because things aren't powered up. Let us power up the dual laser and the anti-bio beam. I always like to not waste missiles if I can, so we'll leave the breach thing for if there's an emergency and the enemy has too much in the way of shields or whatever. Power down the medbay, power up the engines. Don't need the medbay at the moment, of course. And let us see what we've got. Well, there's a store. That's not much use to us right now. It's not like we have, like, we're not drowning in money right now. We'll leave that. We'll maybe come back later once we've earned many riches. So that's a good start. We have jumped into... well, it says it right here. This beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here, or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. It's a Zoltan pirates. Well, pirates that have stolen a Zoltan ship. Are they both NGs, or is that something else? I don't know, doesn't matter that much. Right. How should we deal with them? They've got one shield, so we can easily get through that with the dual lasers. We'll target their shield system, and then we'll engage auto fire, of course. Always a nice thing to have on. Annoying thing is that the anti-bio beam will not be ready by the time the dual lasers are, but the lasers may be enough to damage the shields, so that, yep, there we go. So the anti-bio beam might be ready in time for the killing stuff anyway. How should we line this up? I mean, it doesn't matter so much about hitting all the rooms, because it only does crew damage, but I should have it covering as much as I can to make sure that I do actually hit the crew wherever they might be, because they are moving around. It's a rock crew member they have. Ah, their room is on fire. That's why they brought their rock in. And there goes the beam. Thing is, it's going to take a long time to kill him. He should go down relatively quickly. I think a second shot would be enough to kill him, because it does 60 damage, and usually you have 100 health. I think he has 100, he has 150. So it'll take 3 shots to kill him, but that's not too bad. And if we can take the ship alive, that will be fantastic. Only thing is, we've got to keep the shields damaged. Ooh, they're already offering surrender. Nah, we can do better than that. If we take the ship... I was going to say take the ship alive. That's not quite the term. But, close enough. We'll actually swap places now. The engine's just like, yeah, I can't fix anything while it's on fire. I'll go man the... I'll go to the helm. You deal with the fire. I'll come back when it's sorted. And now we just wait for the weapons to charge. Oh, we probably shouldn't have fired again, actually, because the shields are already fully damaged. And now the ship is nearly dead. But there goes the beam. Alright. Oh, and of course the solar flare is coming. Sort of forgot about that one. Oh, the medbay's down. Little bit dangerous, but shouldn't be a major issue. Depends what sets on fire, really. It entirely depends on that. We're not getting out of here before the solar flare hits. I'm going to untarget with the lasers. I want to... Yep, the NG crew member is dead, so it's just the rock guy left. Oh, well, Well, of course, as soon as something set on fire, they lost the remaining hull and exploded. What's on fire for us? Is anything on fire? I don't know, but it's a little bit difficult to check. The engine's not actually... the FTL's not charged yet, but there we go, the ship is destroyed. We get more stuff than if we'd accepted the surrender anyway. Okay, I'm going to say you get to the medbay. I think I heard a bit of fire. You start exploring. Yep, there's fire right there. That is an awkward spot. I'm still going to go with the venting option. If you've seen me play FTL before, you'll know I'm a very big fan of just venting all the things all the time. It's my favourite pastime. So we'll just do that. It'll be a little bit difficult to work out when the fire is out, but whatever. We're ready to jump, but we'll wait because we're still repairing things. And as soon as there is a danger of a solar flare, we will be on our way. Also, you start scouting out for any other potential fires, because it's entirely possible there are others. Looks like we're fine. I think the fire's out at this point. I'm going to reseal the doors, and I'm going to open all internal doors. That way we can redistribute the oxygen. And overall, get our oxygen back a little bit quicker. But it is time to leave. Stores everywhere. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. They should be positioned in places where they expect people to have lots of money, but then I'm not exactly a normal case. Ooh, and oh, I say ooh, a nebula. I knew it was a nebula, but also it's the power thing. You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves into attack. Prepare to fight. Okay. This is a little bit difficult because our whole thing is about killing crew members. It's not got any crew members. Also, there's like no power. Well, it's nice to keep the shields up because otherwise their beam weapon is going to annihilate us, so I'm going to reseal the doors in case they cause a hull breach somewhere. I mean, this is of some use. It damages systems. So we could knock out their weapons with it, but we can knock out their weapons with this anyway. I'm going to take some power out of the oxygen system for a second to activate the dual lasers and fire them at the weapons. It's only 10 seconds, and then we can switch it back on. Maybe, depending on how this works out. See how much damage we do. Exchanging fire. We've taken down their beam, but not their laser. So we still want to have our shields. We can't sacrifice those. Another 10 seconds without oxygen will be fine. See, past, like, it's super fast, and their weapons are completely disabled. We can now shut off our shields, reactivate the oxygen system. I guess power and engines or something, doesn't matter. I guess we'll retarget to their helm, just in case they try and escape for whatever reason. And as long as they don't dodge, this should kill them. Sorted! Piece of cake. Who needs power? Plenty of scrap from that, very good. For the moment I'm not spending it because there's also a particular strategy I like to follow when it comes to how you spend your scrap. So I will start spending it eventually, but not straight away. Right, let us just jump on and then we'll sort out our power at the other end. And does this count as nebula? Yeah, it does because it's got the blue around it, but the nebula, like, art is only shown there. That's a little bit weird. But let's go there because nebulas are always good. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Well, they're on our side. Let's attempt to follow and help them. Oh, we can't find them. Ah, well, worth a shot. Right, we can reactivate everything now. And on we go. Oh, here come the rebels. To the next stop. We want to hang about as long as possible and visit as many nodes as possible, of course. Soon after arriving at the system, you are hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune that we happen to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need. Okay. They've got laser and pulse, so we only have the one shield. They can easily break through that if they fire them at the same time, but will they? Because they are dumb and do not attempt to synchronize their weapons. They only have one shield, so we can get through that. Let's target their shield system. And we'll keep the bio beam on standby to see when we can use it. I mean, we could delay the lasers till that's ready, but there's a decent chance that we will actually just damage their shield system so that, oh, we got a fire in the door room. We'll get that vented nice and quick. It's a good time to fire the bio beam. Can we hit? Oh, we absolutely can. There is a chance that we could successfully get the achievement for this. However, they do have a med bay, so they probably will just run to it. Yep, off they go. But we can still hit the med bay, but we probably won't kill them all at the same time, so we won't get the achievement. We could try and mess with it a bit and make it work, I think. That fire's still going. Oh, there goes the door system. That is awkward. I was hoping that wouldn't happen because now we can't close those doors until we repair the door system. So someone's gonna have to hold their breath. It'll be fine. They got a fire going on in there. That's completely broken. We can, oh, that's a good option, actually. Their med bay is down. Let's reposition the beam. Let's try and get it. We want it to work quickly because they do have time to get moving after I start firing it. So we'll get it so that it gets to 2 rooms as soon as possible before they can start running about and causing us any issues. And we'll target the lasers at the weapons next so they stop bothering us in that particular respect. And yeah, any second now the biobeam's going to fire. Oh, they are repairing the shields. Oh, they're trying to escape. That's no good. Oh, they've offered surrender. Oh, it's tempting because we might not get them otherwise. I'm going to go for it because we might get the achievement and that would be awesome. We'll retarget the lasers to the helm. Oh, there we go. That was another hit. Oh, we killed 2 of them and not that guy. Damn it, he'd had enough time to heal. So he's still around. But now no one's working on their shield system, and 1 more hit with the biobeam should kill him. But the lasers will also be ready at basically the same time. There we go. Didn't it already say delayed? Not sure. Maybe it's delayed because no one was at the helm, but the anti-biobeam will momentarily fire, and that should kill him. It didn't kill him? How? Do Mantis have more health than I thought? I thought they just had 100, but we're good at dealing damage. Ah well. Didn't want to take the risk of waiting around any longer. Right. So the door system is down. We need to repair it. Both you guys get in there. Do I hear fire? I think I hear fire. Not much I can do about that right now. I bet it's in that room. I can't vent the room that it's in. What with the door thing? So just get into the door room and fix it. Okay, the fire's not there. I'm trying to listen for a fire now and I'm no longer hearing it, so maybe it's nothing. Alright. Door system operational. Let's do that. Get finished with that as quick as you can. Alright, get to the med bay. We'll put some power into it. Yeah, I don't hear any fire anymore. Maybe it's just me. Always better to be paranoid about these things. Return to your posts. They are not the posts that I want anymore. Go to that one. Save it there. Seal the doors. And on we go. Oh, let's switch that back. There's a distress beacon. We'll leave that for the moment because we can get there later. Want to hang about as much as we can before moving towards the exit, of course. Your jump leads to a completely unremarkable binary star system. There is nothing else around. Well, moving on then. Over to this one. And it is a Rebel Scout drone thing. You detect an automated Rebel Scout attacking a small refueling outpost. I will intervene and defend the outpost. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. Okay, what have we got? Ion and beam. A little bit of a painful combination because ion will keep my shields down for quite a while. So yeah, we'll target their weapon systems and I mean we'll power that down because we can't do anything with it. I will power that up so that it's ready and on standby if we've got an emergency we need to quickly disable something, but the laser might be enough to do that. Can we... Oh, we knocked out the ion but not the beam, which means it's going to fire. Ouch. Weapon system damaged, but it does not matter because we only need the 1 weapon at the moment. And now the shields are up and we're in no danger, apart from I think they can auto-repair maybe? I forget. We'll see in a moment, because we completely missed with that stuff there. Everyone just stay in your positions, because keeping him in the weapons room will keep the weapons firing quicker. Next we'll target the helm. We no longer need helm ourselves, something like that. So he can go repair the doors while we're waiting for this to be done. Whoops, not that one. Close that. And we got him. Just in time for the door system to be repaired, and for our go. Ooh, the outpost hails after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. Thank you very much. Up to 130 scrap already. Pretty good start. It looks like we have got to the end of our time for today. What do we got next? Oh, we've got distress signals all over the shop. That's probably where we're going to go next. I always like to keep in range of the exit towards the end. So I'll probably go like that, and then just faff around here as long as I can until the rebels catch up. Awesome, that's all we have time for today. Going pretty well, and yeah, I shouldn't have left FTL for so long. A year is far too long to leave this game alone. There's always, I mean, it's good because it means that I've sort of forgotten things and can come back to it with a sort of fresh perspective. But also, you never really forget FTL and the basis of how it works. It's pretty easy to play. So that's always good. But yeah, that's all we have time for today. Next episode, we will continue, probably get to the end of this sector and see where we go from there. And get even more ridiculous amounts of scrap and probably start spending it. We'll get there at some point. But with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.